She might go for... Well, Oracle's going to lack a lot of damage, so Sky makes up for that now with this pickup. And I believe... I think IG might go for like a Legion or something then.
10 seconds remaining.
Because I'm trying to see what's available still for the offlane. Like Centaur, Mars, and
5
Timber are
seconds
gone.
remaining.
So you're gonna need some stun to follow up with the Sky ulti, because
Dire team pick.
I even think they could like Ember as well into the Void Spirit, but they might save that till last just so they don't reveal whether DK and Ember is. But okay, they go for a clock here, so really good to get on top of the Oracle in the Sky. This is a good clock game. No one gets out of the cogs at the moment. Absolutely destroys these two supports. Very immobile. Hunting them on the backline is incredibly important, and they don't really deal with the
10
clock.
seconds remaining.
And he can also go like Blade Mail.
5
I
seconds
feel like the Blade
remaining.
Mail is... It's kind of nice to have that value into the Sky. Just utilize all his damage back onto him, but... it's going to give them kind of like a run at you factor that Keen have. Now it's like, now you can have this support duo. I'm a huge fan of having a support duo that can find kills across the map together, and I think the AA clock can. You can hook in, then AA follows up with a blast. You can even have this, you know, global presence of the AA in an opposite lane, and then Clock's able to set up for that Ice Blast. I think it's a really nice support duo. If they want it like that, you can still play the Clock in a 3 as well. Like, it's neither here nor there, but can go for Wraith King. And I do not like Wraith King at all, as I think that hero just doesn't fit the meta. I honestly would love to see and go back in all the games that I've been watching in the past like month or something, and just see how many Wraith King games I've seen lose, because it's like been like 80%. Like, this hero just has not been winning when I've been watching,
5
and
seconds remaining.
which probably does then change like my mindset and at least my opinion on the hero, because if I keep seeing it lose, then it'll drag like a negative connotation into my mind. And I've honestly seen Wraith King just non-stop lose. I think the Radiance build is dog tier. Like, it takes too long. Games are ending way too fast, and even when you get Radiance, you just die once. The enemy team then has a BKB, and your presence is just negated. You have no impact. And it feels like it's not even the greatest Wraith King game, honestly. Like, I like Wraith King a lot into like big ulti lineups where they have to kill you once with that ultimate, and then you come back alive, and then their ulti's on cooldown.
Team Gaming's turn to pick.
But Keen
Dire
looking
team
for their off lane here. They'll pick up an Omni. Okay. I mean, it's all on the clockwork to make plays, and the Void Spirit as well. And I feel like you just raise up from IG. But if you raise a DK, feels a little awkward. No, hang on. Morphling. Is Morphling in the pool? Even against AA, I
10 seconds
might consider a Morphling. Because you have the Oracle. Hang on, let's see. Because
5
Morphling
seconds
absolutely
remaining.
destroys Omni. You're very good against Wraith King. Like, you go Lincolns. You get out of Cogs. Like, it looks beautiful. The only thing is the AA. They're gonna AM. I actually like that a lot. That's like just a game winning. I don't see how they lose with the AM. And it looks like Emo is playing it. So I'm now convinced. I'm now convinced that Emo is on the 1 instead of the 2 now. This is a game winning anti-mage. They don't have any stuns to deal with him. The only way they can is like with the cogs push back into like a Wraith Fire Blast and a Void Spirit Ags. This is a free anti-mage game. And it is going to be just as slow as the Wraith King, but still you should be able to hit a timing before he hits 20. And King Gaming won't be able to take towers though. If you take a look at the lineup, that is the one thing they lack with any tower aggression. Wraith King will be able to amplify that. But I think there's a difference between having tower push when your core comes online, about like 25 into the game, 25-30, or when you have a DK who gets level 6 at 5 minutes 30 and can then just take objectives. So that is the like that. That's the thing I'm worried about. That Fly can make a lot of space, being able to go tower to tower, because how do Keen defend? Like, they don't have any lane shoving potential. That is always one thing I look at. I think it's an underrated skill in drafts, having heroes that are able to defend towers from a far distance. You know, an example is like, you just spam out abilities. Grimstroke, Stroke of Fate's really strong. Underlord, Firestorm. Lena Dragon Sleeve's good as well. Like, just anything where you can clear the creep wave and then force them to tank up is incredibly important. And it's also just the constant harass with the nukes. They don't have it. So I guess it's you know, so what can Keen do? What can Keen do? Because, you know, there's always got to be a thing where, you know, there's still at least some sort of a win condition for them. I think Blood has to go off on the Void Spirit. You know, there's not a lot of stuns for him to be worried about, which is the good thing on the Void Spirit this game. You know, again, we've seen DK go for more of this shadow build kind of route, and they're actually going to put the anti-mage mid.
Bottom is missing. Bottom is missing.
So I say that. So this is then like, I actually have never seen AM versus Void Spirit. I feel like the matchup could be pretty decent. If JT doesn't stop saying bottom is missing, I'm gonna lose my mind.
Bottom is missing.
JT. See, he knows he's tilting. This is a really wonky. Wait, hang on, give me a second. They're pretty equal in damage. He's got a Fairy Fire. I feel like he's got decent mana pool. How does this work actually? AM could actually do okay. The Resonant Pulse is going to be super annoying. Yeah, it's actually going to be really annoying for the AM to deal with, but as soon as he starts burning a lot of mana, and you see they're keeping the lane secret as well, like Fly's not showing. So they don't really know, and this is, yeah, I really thought AM was just going to go top, and now Emo, now I really don't know how IG play in their roles. I am pretty sure they have swapped it up with Emo now on the 1 instead of the 2, but he's playing mid this game. I think it is just because the matchup versus the Void Spirit is, they were trying to protect their lane setup, and now it's going to show. So I want to watch this a little bit. I want to see how it fares. Emo's just going to try and trade, and it looks like he's able to do really well, actually. But with how passive Blood is playing, I imagine this is going to be a pretty good lane then for the anti-mage, which is important. You give anti-mage a good start. I think Clockwork can pop off. The 2 supports Clockwork needs to feed on, but it's on. You know, it's going to be super interesting. I mean, there's multiple ways. You know, Dire have a way where they can secure towers because of the Legion Commander, and then Dire also have this like duo where you can just constantly find pickoffs with the Legion and the Sky combo. AM's going to be played. I think AM's like a hard win condition this game. Whereas YDS, I think you're definitely dead here. It has a cell, so it should be fine. But the issue is Ollie does a really good job here. What Ollie does is follows the Clockwork, because if Ollie doesn't follow the Clockwork and harass him, then Clock's just going to keep the creeps at exactly where I'm pinging, and which will completely deny a full wave of experience, because you drag it at the same time. Oh, JT, who's going to get the cold feet proc? Will. It's a bunch of damage there. So because the Oracle harasses out the Clockwork, Clock can't continue taking up that damage, so he has to force the creeps under the tower. If Clock kept the creep equilibrium in between here, he would have been able to perfectly deny a full wave. Now maybe it's a little difficult with the Oracle there, even if it was full HP, but Ollie knows Fly is fine in this matchup versus Yaofu. Like, you know, you're in a really good spot where Omni's not going to bully you out, so DK is going to get whatever he can get here. And that is the minimal thing, you know. Unfortunately, in our pubs, we're unable to see supports They just steal a lot of solo experience. You need to give away experience to your cores. Like, they will make that up for you. Stack for them, pull, do whatever you need to do, follow the supports in the lane, stop their pulls, because in the end we're going to see this mid lane will be free. You know, around the 8-minute mark, we see a lot of the supports come mid and get the experience they need to get towards the level 6, and that's where you make up for it. Yes, it's different in a lot of matchups, but solo experience is pretty important on a lot of heroes. And try and give it to them as much as possible. As we take a look though, still yet to see first blood. They do have this nice combination down bot with the Wraith Fire Blast into the Cold Feet. So at the moment they do have kind of decent kill threat, and Wraith King's also having a relatively good time. Usually I see Wraith King kind of like not actually trade last hits. Usually the enemy offlaner is able to deal recently well, but it looks like Eric is having a good time here. But I mean, Emo is also like, yes, Blood is doing good in last hits, but as soon as Emo hits level 6, Blood cannot be here, otherwise this is just a free kill. So which I'm worried about. Like, you're giving a good lane over to the Anti-Mage, which is a pretty weak laning hero, and Kaka is going to get scouted as well. So they now leave JT alone down bot, who's just going to try and disrupt the pull here, but Emu, nothing they can do. Still closing on that 6. Needs a couple of minutes until he's going to be able to pick that up. But now with the haste, Kaka might go top. They don't know what haste was there, or maybe he would have body checked actually. So YDS probably is going to end up falling here, which it looks like this will be our first blood. Just who picks it up is the question, and that's going to get answered. Ollie will end up claiming first blood. Beautifully done from the Dire lineup. I need to sneeze. Bless me. Bless me, bless me. What's he? Is he going armlet on Legion? Okay. I'm trying to think of why he's going armlet instead of.
Radiant are scanning.
He doesn't actually need like any defensive item. I feel like the Wraith King early won't do any damage. Neither will the Omni. Like, it's only purification, so you don't. Of course, pure damage you can't do anything about. Blood's mixed. Clock is, you know, relatively magic, but Emo doesn't have the level 6 just yet. Taking a lot of damage. He's actually got to be careful. Blood connecting with that Remnant and still does right click reasonably hard. He's out of mana, but he does have a bounty to be able to refresh up. We're just going to see that taken away straight away. I'd love to see a rotation as soon as Emo hits level 6 from one of the supports, and it looks like Karka's about to do that. I think this is incredibly important. Emo might just need a one support help to be able to secure the kill. As you see, he's about to pick it up. Karka's going to go a little early, but they don't have the 6 here. This was the timing they needed. Like, 6 is a kill there. They just went too early. But they do get the courier, which is nice, and they can go again if they want to. But Emo is about 3/4 HP. How is so Blood still? Yeah, it looks like Emo is starting to take over in last hits wise, but it's a net worth lead at the moment for Invictus Gaming, a very minimal one at that, but they do still have this advantage. And now Fly with the level 6 picked up. Oh, there's the Mana Void. There we go. Emo will shred him down, and out top as well, Xiaofu's in trouble. YDS going to try and wrap on the backline here, but as soon as Fly just starts right clicking the clock, he's going to back off.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
And all in all, beautifully done down bot. What do we got? Ancient Apparition. One more right click JT. Wow. Oh, might lose his courier here. How much is that gonna do? Oh my lord, 6 HP. Brother. We'll keep it alive there. And JT's just cutting now. 2 points up in a moment of courage, so you're able to do this. Also has the Helm of the Iron Will, so 5 amplification with the HP regen. is very, very nice. So 3 kills from Invictus Gaming at the moment. Wraith King is free farming down bot, so Erica is probably having one of the best starts and also isn't going Radiance. We harped on that. I wasn't a fan of the Radiance, but now JT has 2 points available for the press the attack, but it looks like it's not going to be enough to keep him live. However, Blood with the Astral set to go straight through the dead body of the Legion. And I think this is how the Void Spirit has to play. Like, now you've got level 6, you just can't really play in the lane. Whenever the Mana Void's available for Emo, they'll have this kill threat, and Emo's just gonna shove up the lane and go back to the jungle. Oh, also gets an Ironwood tree. You love to see it. Like, it's not like the aim can really flash farm the jungle, but it'll give you a little bit of extra farm. And now Blood again. JT just TP'd back down. Silence is going to prevent the follow-up here. The Prestige attack has already been used. TP rotations, they might be a little bit late though. Blood, he committed both the charges here, and now he's going to end up getting chased throughout the eastern tree line. JT does not have a jewel available. They need to kill him. They should still be able to before the Astral Step. JT doesn't even want to give his life away as well. Blood's a tricky kill because they don't really have the stuns. It looks like they even get the courier. Now that is my pet peeve. Like, you're at a T2 tower and you still have this micro coming. That is one of my pet peeves on courier micros, because that was, what was that actually? I think treads maybe? And that's also 65 gold for everyone. And now Emo with the double damage rune should be able to find a kill. Fantasies on the high gun. There's going to be a TP rotation as well. The Mana Void's not enough, and Emo might dive a little bit too far here. Cold Feet's going to proc. Hasn't got enough mana for the blink, but with 1 point in the counter spell, it's enough there. So doesn't find the kill, and in the meantime, bot lane, Erica does have a skill point available. So it's literally just going to brute force this down. They really want to try and protect the tower. But Erica's still going to be careful. Just minimally has enough for the reincarnation if need be, but this tower will end up falling. Will it? Actually, I say that. They have Jewel, but do they have Mystic Flare? Nah, Sky's still looking to get the experience. A TP rotation coming through. JT is going to try and commit for this, but might pay the consequence, however. And with the Dragon Tail, holds the clockwork back, unable to find the cogs. Now with the Fortune's End just giving JT a little bit of protection to spell off anything if need be, but Firefly might get caught out here. YDS still has the cogs available. JT is going to try and TP out. Fireflies are difficult here to bring down, but it looks like he might just be able to one TP out. He tries to attempt, but it's not going to matter. So in the meantime, we see Karkar trying to get a little bit of solo experience. Top does drop the ultimate there. I'm not really sure who he tried to go on. Maybe the Omni. Xiaofu. Xiaofu is actually only level 6 at 10 minutes in. So 46 last hits. Thought it might be a little bit higher level. Maybe the clockwork soaked a good chunk of experience potentially. As we see, but Emo is getting a lot of farm though. Treads, double wraith, ring of health. Back and forth between mid and the jungle. Because the anti-mage is a lot more of a greedy carry. I don't even know if I want to say greedy, but you just need a lot of farm. So you can't really give up mid because you don't farm the jungle fast. You've got to go kind of from lane to jungle. You're nothing like a Templar Assassin or like a Shadow Fiend where you can just out-farm yourself in the jungle. And they're going to smoke up though. They've got the Elder Dragon form that looks like they want to find a kill into an objective. Mid lane, looks like they don't particularly want to disrupt though for the AM. They want to just allow Emo to continue farming. In fact, it's top, however. They need the... this is tricky. Hookshot, Cogs push back into the Remnant, and Ice Blast might be enough. They're going to try and set it up here, but it looks like Emo a little bit off time there. Waiting for Erica, so... a smoke across the map. IG won't find anything top. Radiant don't find anything mid. But looks like with the catapult along with Erica's skeletons, they want to try and put pressure onto the tier 1 tower, and they should be able to do so. Emo goes for the perseverance instead of any of the damage items as well. Second in the net worth. Dire have this advantage in the minute. Very minimal. Hook off the map.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
I really like what Eric has done. Like, I harped that I did not like the Wraith King, And Kaka, silence. Can you get it fast enough? No, you cannot. Still with the Wraithfire Blast, stops any retreat, and Blood's even going to try and snag the kill as well. Unfortunately, will not be able to. I can't harp enough how much I like how Eric is playing. Like, I despise the Radiance on Wraith King, and just this armlet treads, you see how tanky you are, like 1900 HP with that activated. You're going from lane to lane, and you're being a lot more aggressive as well. Like, you're still farming fast too. You're top of the net worth. And I think Erica knows, like, if you trade farm for farm onto an anti-mage, it's not going to work. Like, if you go Radiance and he goes Battle Fury, he's going to counter you. Like, he's going to hit a timing before you hit level 20. So Erica's just going to try and do as much as possible across the map to be able to prevent the anti-mage from finding the farm. You're tanking away from the towers. There's 2 tier 1s. Also, I should say all tier 1s actually gone now from IG. Whereas they've only taken 1. So Radiant have done one thing I thought they lacked in their lineup was a way to take objectives. But the Wraith King is very good with the Skellies. I just thought Erica was going to more utilize this for farming for that Radiance, but completely different build, completely different kind of look we see on the Wraith King, and I love it. It's Erica's doing really well. Yeah, I like this build a lot and how he's playing. JT on the other hand, interesting. The other brown boots into the armlet. Still yet to find a dual victory. I think on a Legion, you really like to go Blink first when you pair a Sky with you. Because you're 13 minutes in the game, you know, you've had level 6s for a while now, and not being able to find any dual victories is I don't want to say too much of a worry, but looks like we might see all tier 1 towers end up falling. Emo's going to be able to secure the top one, a good chunk of gold for him. And I thought Radiant might have been able to take mid with the Elder Dragon form, but they're going to smoke up. They know if someone's farming up the high ground with where the camp's positioning. But they running up this high ground's very scary. Now, the good thing is you can always scout out with the Rocket Flare, but in the meantime, like, no one's defending bot. Karkar's going to go in the vicinity, but yeah, they're still getting a lot of farm across the map. There's kind of a, I think that's a triple stack as well. Radiant don't really have a lineup to be able to take that, which is the only issue, but we've got an interesting game. Like, 8 kills, 14 minutes in. Dire are advancing in the net worth graph. Fly is going to get 1 hit then run away. That did a lot of damage though, that 1 hit. Yeah, look at the poison, man. It's so nuts. And now Kaka? Uh-oh. Hookshot is on the mark, so Skyath Mage is going to get caught out here. He even drops the Mystic Flare just for good measure. I mean, it's not the longest cooldown, so chuck it out. A little bit of damage, I guess, but they at least know the hookshot's on cooldown, and that Obs is going to get dewarded as well. I believe they are DK ping, so we're just going to have a pretty passive game, guys. You know, especially when you see an anti-mage games, you're always going to get delayed out. But this is Battle Fury completed. And honestly, a pretty good Battle Fury timing, I will add.
Radiant are scanning.
And what are we going to get delivered by about 15:30, a little bit later. But you got to remember the reduction in gold you get across the map. AM did also go like double Wraith. So he's still gone for a couple of stat items, but JT Cogs just a little bit late. Now YDS actually went aggressively towards the tower. Legion's still looking to find the first duel victory and almost certainly should be able to pick it up here. There we go. First one is on the board. We got the Battle Fury on the board for Emo, who's still putting a lot of damage into this tier 2 tower top. That's over half of its HP now gone. But in the meantime, we also see bot claimed by the Wraith King. Sorry, probably. I keep forgetting to mute my mic when I drink water. Slurping away at it. Yeah, this tower's still not dropped just yet. Fly. That's a lot of damage, man. Blood, holy crap. And now he's gonna even commit. That's his last astral step. Blood maybe have gone a little bit too far. Now the Heavenly Grace is a lot of protection. Even finds a dispel back, but they got the Fortunes and along with the Presty attack to be able to protect him there. That was a shitload of damage. He's also got the Blade Mail, which is super strong in this game. Blade Mail and Intel Cores, I think, is really nice. They're going to try and set up with the Shadow Blade Blood. Has one Astral Step charge available, but now JT with the Blink completed. Mystic Flare as well. White is going to try and tank up the damage, but it's not enough. Now with the Ice Path, connects up to 2. Drake could be in trouble. Ollie's going to be able to get the ultimate off, but he might still be in trouble here. Where's the follow-up? Fly is fine, but Erica's got his own blink, however. Quick press the attack coming through, perfectly timed from JT. And now have they dived a little bit too far, but this is fine because look at Emo. Oh yeah, baby, our anti-mage is free farming. That's what Dire is saying, of course. Emo is having the time of his life. Gonna be able to put a lot of pressure onto the tier 2. They'll force a TP back. He's even gonna blink aggressively there instead, so Blood will show on the lane. Radiant are doing a really good job though. Like, this is now a second tier 2 tower claimed. So they are getting a lot of map control. Fly. They don't have any detection, so he should be fine. Actually turning and a couple of right clicks on the clock. He's gonna try and get this kill here.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Or on Fantasy. Which one's he gonna kill? Looks like Fantasy it'll be. Radiant have a couple of heroes, but they don't get the outpost, so Dire can TP forward, and now Fly he actually just stops trying to find the damage to secure the kill, but the Ice Blast connecting. He's going to end up ticking out, and now JT could be in trouble. Goes for the duel, but I don't think they have the damage to get a JT. That's not a duel victory you're going to be able to secure. Now Olish just blindlessly moving forward as well. Radiant. Ooh, what is going on? Wraith King? Couple of crits. Emo should still be able to get the tower. But has Yasha now completed? Erica's going to find the blink. Nice pump fake. Emo will be able to disjoint the stun. Even though it's a 2,000 net worth lead on Invictus Gaming here. You know, this game is definitely not out of the balance. It's currently, I really feel like, you know, Emo's still going to need, I think, another item after Manta till you feel comfortable, especially because of the Wraith King's build.
Vanished.
Going to go into the Orchid next item. My only issue, yeah, I like the switch up. Emo's too farmed, so the Orchid's not going to do anything. Like, it's not really good against the Dragon Knight. Not really the Legion either. They've got two ways to dispel the Orchid. Felt kind of useless. Yeah, that's a good switch up though. But hunting his blood. They're going to try and initiate on top of the Omni Knight. Could be a nice Ice Blast, and Blood's going to try and counter-initiate here. Emo takes a full brunt to the force. Going to try and TP out. Remember, is Ice Blasted up. Now it looks like instead Fly's under threat. So Emo does stay alive. That's the factor of the Oracle into the AA. And even trying to see if he's weak and healing up, but this is a big issue. Like, DK has to go BKB next item. This is why I don't like DK into the Ancient Apparition, and they picked it into it as well, which was surprising. But still, Emo's getting a lot of space across the map, and I wonder when Radiant want to force Roche. Oh, I brought up before the Blade Mail. Are they going double Deso? Or Blood? You're in trouble here. They find the jewel. And with the Sick Flare, there should be plenty of damage. JT, third duel victory of the game for you. Nicely done. The Blade Mail is really good on intel cores. They did nerf it a little bit. They reduced the intel from 10 to 8. So it used to give you 38 damage if you're an intel hero. It now only gives you 36, which is still pretty nutty, honestly. And in a game where the armor is pretty decent, the active is super strong as well. You know, I like the pickup. Double Deso could be interesting. As Radiant aren't just going to hit Roche. Erica just got the Deso picked up, so this should be pretty easy for them to take. They're going to see, well, Blood is going to defend mid, and no one's doing anything about bot at the moment. So I wonder, I mean, this is a slow Roche, but it feels like Dire just aren't either aware or don't really care about trying to contest it. But I don't think you give Erica this extra life. I actually think you give it to Blood. I don't know if Erica needs 3 lives. Looks like we'll pick it up in our Kaka. Kind of stuck out here. The creep's not even helping out too much. They might be able to find the duel victory, but Radio on the backline here, it's going to be a little bit too much damage. Who gets a duel first? It looks like JT will secure the win. Does still pay for his sins, however. A double kill for Blood. But, hey, worth it. 56 damage, and now they're going to have to deal with bot. Emo is literally just going to split push this game, because they don't have a way to securely catch him. Like a guaranteed way to get on top of him. Because, I mean, you can disjoint the Wraith Fire Blast, you can counterspell it. You can get out of cogs. The one thing is kind of the void spirit. That's it. The only way I can ever see Keen killing him is a hook shot into a cogs pullback, into a wraith fire blast, and then a remnant, or remnant into wraith fire blast, and probably ice blast on top of that. Maybe not, because Wraith King is doing a shite load of damage. As we do see, Firefly is going to end up falling once again. This DK's just been caught a couple times this game, and it could honestly be the downside of Dire. Like, even though Anti-Mage is having a hell of a performance, we will find Blood. Level 20 though, compared to the 14. Holy shite, Emo is so far ahead, and you know, they're kind of baiting here. Jewel, they've got the vision now. Erica's going to try and help out. A couple of TPs coming forward. Who's going to be able to find the Jewel first? It looks like Blood with the Mana Void does end up falling. They're burning out all the mana on Erica. It looks like Dire want to disengage. Is the hookshot available? It isn't from YDS. They'll find the stun. Oh my lord, that was a gigantic crit. The hookshot's still on cooldown for another 17 seconds. And blink on cooldown as well. So it looks like Dire, they should be able to disengage. I say that. It is very slow. I don't think Eric can follow up there though. So they kill Blood. It's another duel. Actually, so JT does not get the duel victory. So we see he has 56 at the moment. Clockwork has 10. I believe that's it. And Emo is still sitting pretty comfortably. I said probably 3 items on the Anti-Mage, and still I'd feel comfortable considering with how the Wraith King has played this game. And I think that's still the same. Emo's just going to try and split out this Aegis as best as possible, really playing around the bot side. Dire have a nice ward to be able to protect him. Radiant's similar as well to hunt him down. And they know no one's defending top, or at least in this area trying to find the farm. So Radiant going to try and group up and make sure nothing happens. But Clockwork they need to kill Oracle though. Oracle's doing way too much. Like the presence of the ultimate to be able to protect you from the Ice Blast is just too goddamn annoying. And now they're gonna try and bait Emo. I actually don't really like that JT and Karka are bot, because you don't have the mobility. And now you might just get, like, JT might just die here because of that. They'll try and force stuff him away. Has a blink up in a couple seconds. And Karka's fine as well. Like, what I thought was going to happen is that AM's just going to dip, and then the rest of Dire that were there wouldn't have the mobility, or they were going to try and bait the Anti-Mage, and then they would actually just run into like a full lineup that TP'd back to defend it. So very lucky that they're able to get out there with that 4-staff, and Blood might just kill Oli here pretty easily, especially with YDS, a double astral step. Press the attack, gonna be no protection. Radiant trying to make a fast-paced movement down bot, but won't be able to get either of the bounties. So Karka snags both of them. In the meantime, Emo is going to get at least one of them up top. And so it looks like a 3-for-1 with 25-minute bounty runes. So YDS, you're in trouble here, brother. Does have the hook shot, but it looks like the jewel's going to come through beforehand. 74 damage now for JT. Really nice performance from him. Been able to slowly get towards the duel victories that he'd be looking for. Wraith King's really, what did he only, so he's level 19, which is important. Like, Erica's about to hit that reincarnation no mana cost. So even though Emo's level 22, they're going to have a massive experience lead. Yeah, 6k. It looks like that's pretty much just on Emo's advantage. Yeah, everyone's pretty neck and neck. Like, the Clockwork ahead of the 4 counterpart. Off lanes are the same. Fly, Erica. Oh. Blood has no detection. Will get caught by the Ice Blast, but you got to slot a no detection, which is kind of rough there. A lot of your initiation. They might actually can't. Oh, well, they'll find Sky. YDS gonna drag push him back, but I feel like Karka with the Force should be fine here. Yep. Nicely done. A lot of, I mean, this is space, guys. Like, this is just it. You have an anti-mage, just you want to try and create space for the hero. They've just completely wasted out the Aegis. I don't have a lot of vision, which is the only issue right now, so Emo can't play too aggressive on how you'd like to. But it's, I mean, about to have the Bissell Blade completed. So Emo's gonna feel pretty safe. Looks like a tier 2 tower is gonna end up dropping. Radiant are just, they've had enough. Like Erica, my one issue is that Erica still doesn't have the level 20 talent. So I'd love to see Diet play now, like fight now. Because once Wraith King gets this, like you could win a big team fight before it. And I'm kind of surprised they're not smoking up. JT's very close to BKB, it looks like. Maybe they're looks like they're probably going to wait for that. Actually didn't opt to go for the treads. So what's the time for Radiant? I'm trying to see. Like I thought that Radiant's... The issue is they don't have catch. So the anti-mage just literally just split up the entirety of the game and wasted that ages. And they also lost the tier 3 tower. And they're going to try and TP back. Erica, Abyssal Blade forwards, Yafu's in the backline. They're able to get the Guardian Angel off. They burn all the mana now, but look at the damage coming through from a couple of crits. They're going to be careful. The Mana Void doesn't even get casted in our Emo. Forces the blink away. Dire, they're in the vicinity. That's exactly what I said probably about 5 minutes ago when the last time the Legion was there. That they would have got baited going for the jewel to protect the anti-mage. This is going to try and take the fight. But Erica has that talent now, so the reincarnation is going to come through. They'll try and bring down the first life, but they have the grace. Seamer's going to be careful. Reincarnation does get popped, but now the anti-mage controlled up from the cold feet, brought down in Invictus Gaming. Firefly's just going to try and BKB TP up, but won't be successful. Erica with a couple of crits and... like... just plays where it's just not working out for you. A 4,000 advantage for the boys over on Dire now gets cut pretty much in half with a beautiful fight from Keen. They deal with the reincarnation, but guess what? This is back off cooldown, and Wraith King passes that awkward timing of the Wraith King matchup into the anti-mage. And now you feel goddamn happy because you've got Deso AC. You're going to walk up the high ground. And now Dire is so far behind. Like they... What's happening here?
Radiant structures are fortified.
Oh, well, he can kill anyone he wants. Looks like Karka's the choice. I mean, Karka's got 4 staff, but he should be able to follow up with hookshot. Oli might try and pop the ultimate rule at the last second, but still the battery assault is so annoying. In the meantime, they're just taking racks here. Like, holy... Are Keen actually going to win this game? I'm actually mind blown. They're played really well on Keen. And there you go. They get a full set of racks mid. They're going to get a melee set bot. Just anti-mages. Uh-oh. This is the thing about the AM and JT. Going to try and find the AA. Will be successful in that duel victory. I mean, it's still 2 full sets of racks. AM can deal with it. DK, we can deal with it, but they can't make another mistake. Like, Anti-Mage is a hero that you don't, like, your timing is very, it's hard to hit, and when you hit it, you gotta hit it goddamn hard and fast, otherwise your hero feels lackluster. And that's what's showing right now. Unfortunately from Invictus Gaming. And Keen had done a really good job, and like Emo Abyssal Blade forward finds the clockwork, burns all the mana, but the Mana Void doesn't do jack. So that's, I mean, half his mana pool now forced out there. How's he got? Oh, the Pylon Sword. Wait, yeah, how did he have... He's got a lot of HP regen, actually. I guess from the Abyssal Blade, that's got 10 HP, the Perseverance, Battle Fury, and then it's also getting amplified by the Paladin Sword. Which is interesting, but Roshi's up. I think, okay, so AA has to die on Keen. AA or I say that, AA, Omni, and Void, honestly. I think the most important is the Oracle. And this Rosh is falling fast. They're going to try and deal with the backline. They're finding Omni. That's a big target. Xiaofu's going to be careful. The Mystic Flare dual combination. They're going to be able to bring him down. Has a buyback available. They need to kite Erica. That's how you take the fight. Just completely kite the Wraith King. They're going to try and blink to disengage. Bait the higher ground here. Omni buyback was forced there. Erica still has his second life. Rosh, half HP. Now with the jewel on cooldown, how do you find the initiation? Because they've got the vision advantage at the moment. Firefly in the middle is able to find the BKB, but it's a lot of damage already. Now Firefly, you might be in trouble here. They'll commit the false promise. Fanny's going to attempt the TMP out. Emo actually doesn't have a way to cancel at the last second here with the Abyssal Blade. Believe it was on cooldown. And now with the Aegis claimed as well, Erica, stun. Disjointed out. Ollie's in the river. We'll be able to get the force up. Now with the hookshot, actually, they find this connection here. Ollie's in trouble. They still hold one force. It looks like that was I believe the Oracle is there. I mean, no, Erica still wants to chase here. That'll be fine. Emo's gonna force him back. The lane's shoved in though, and King Gaming, they honestly, I mean, look at the advantage now, the net worth. It's in their favor. Like, this game actually could just be over. I don't think they can man fight into the Wraith King. Deso AC, you don't kill this hero. This hero just kills you. Like, yeah, anti-mage can't man fight. You've got to somehow kite him. But now Erica's got 3 lives. They have to try to burst down the supports in the back. Like, just leave the Wraith King till last. But look at the lanes. Like, AM can't split. They're going to go toe-to-toe. They don't have the AA, which isn't too important. Wraith King looks like we'll end up losing the first life. But Emo's on half HP now. And Erica's just going to try and turn him to deal with the rest of the heroes. The silence prevents the Wraith Fire Blast. They are slowly doing a lot of damage to him. Blood's going to try and deal with the backline support, and the Oracle will be successful. Has a buyback available, but the Reincarnation's going to be up in 20 seconds. They got to be careful now. Blood, the BKB a little bit too late now. It looks like Radiant, they're the ones to overstep the mark now, but this flare drop. They bring him down dead for 80 seconds. Xiaofu's going to be the next target. This will be a buyback death timer as well on this death. JT forces the promise out. Xiaofu's going to go for a TP. Geneva to cancel this. No bashes. Wow, Emo got so greedy there going for a support. Should still be able to kill Fantasy, who is smoked up, and Emo's like, oh, hello there, brother. They also find the Clockwork as well, so Keen will end up losing 4. Ring around the rosy, pocket full of posies. I think it's how what it is. I actually don't know what the rhyme, but Radiant maybe just getting a little bit too cocky there. I thought IG just go ahead at the Wraith King. Like, Keen AA Clockwork, like, Clock has to heavy commit. AA can't do anything to protect you. Like, if Wraith King gets gone on, it's kind of only like Blood can just go on the backline support, which he did, but then Oracle just brought back and they just bursted down the Void Spirit. The good thing is that the creeps, like, look at the equilibrium. Like, bots getting shoved in. They still haven't been able to get inside the base. They're kind of trying to go even here, but they will push really fast as soon as the glyph wears off. The more important thing is as well, they deal with that extra life that the Wraith King had. So the age is now taken away. They're going to be able to get a full set of racks at least, so they'll even up the bottom side of the map. Mid is still in favor for the Radiant lineup though. And now the net worth lead is back in the Invictus Gaming favor. So very nicely done from them. They just poke and prod the Wraith King. Radiant really don't have a lineup where they're strong at being able to output a lot of damage on the backline. Like, it's kind of awkward with how they were set up. I think going high ground is the one place they struggle. You like these chaotic fights, whereas Invictus Gaming, if you let them get set up, it's not going to work out too well. And usually a lot of time high ground fights are very, very set up. You've got a team, one person sieging on the front. You got your survivability close by, your initiation kind of close by, but never grouped up too much. It's always very, very important with how you're able to position there, as you know, we do see. And no, what's the probability going back to? Okay, they might be able to bait the high ground ward. Erica is frontlining very aggressively, but I guess Radiant are in the area. There's even a halberd on the DK, so it looks like DK's gone a lot more not kind of like utility. Shadowblade, BKB, halberd, and there's also an Ags getting picked up from JT, I believe, which is going to be interesting. Doesn't even have the boots. I mean, I guess with spider legs, you move. He's got 395 movement speed without, but we're going to potentially try on Emo. Looking to find the initiation. Fly's doing a really good job at scouting out. Sees Erica on the high ground. But, you know, bottom lane is now going to be in favor of Dire. Looks like at the moment with how the creep wave is set up. And I like this move from Dire. They're going to try and head towards the bot and utilize this area of the map. They've got very good vision. You don't want to fight up on this high ground. Radiant already set up. You know, a majority of the time they probably already had vision. I'm super surprised Fly even just walked up there, but
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
and now it's so hard to initiate on Emo. Like, you've got to press the attack, you've got to false promise. He can even counterspell as well straight away. And now he's going to do a little bit of damage there. to Erica. Burns all the mana. Now straight on top of bot, the Abyssal Blade's out. They're gonna have to follow up some with Firefly as well. They melt through him. Has a buyback available. Now Fantasy might get caught out as well. It's a lot of mobility coming through. Firefly's gonna be careful he doesn't get caught out here potentially, because the rest of the team are on the higher ground, but it looks like Firefly just doesn't give a damn. 2 dead from Keen. They both do have buyback, but you need to protect Erica. So has the reincarnation, has the protection as well. A quick blink from Emo. Pays away for the effect of the hook shot, but now Firefly's in trouble, unable to get the BKB off with the last second now with the press attack. False promise as well. Looks like they're going to try and kite the fight to allow Firefly to get a TP out. Is he going to buy a silver or anything? Oh, wow, he's well and truly fine. Holy shit. So 2 buybacks forced there. 6,000 net worth lead now for Dire. Really good job from them. Roshan not up just yet. 2 minutes 10, but bot's getting pushed in. It is a catapult wave as well, so you do have to be careful. Like, if this does get inside your base, the tier 4s are going to take a good chunk of damage. Emo's just even got a rat here. Tier 3, he's hitting melee, which is a little awkward, but again, remember what happened last time when JT kind of baited the anti-mage, because Radiant, they're TPing the numbers right now. They're prepared of this bait potential, but no, they're out. Yeah, they almost got caught in that same trap. But it's not going to be the case, and Erica is super farm though. Like, even 5,000 behind the anti-mage, you might be able to find YDS here. He's got an MKB completed though. Whose mangoes did he snatch? Oh, they found a courier, which is pretty nice. JT knows that someone's in the area, but won't be able to find him. So at the moment, I mean, Invictus Gaming slowly looking to close this game out. You know, they've got the advantage. The objectives are in Radiant's favor. They've got a full set advantage at the moment. You even have, I guess, a full set and a tier 3 if you want to include that. But YDS in the river, they've got the vision. Abyssal Blade actually on top of the Void Spirit. That's a dieback. And our Clockwork's in trouble. They've got the vision. JT with the dual Mystic Flare. That's definitely another victory. 2 dead on Keen. They both don't have buyback. They could be in trouble because bottom lane is pushed in. They're just going to walk up here, and in the meantime as well, Firefly's pushing top. So they can potentially mega. I mean, I don't think they'll go for it, but they have the opportunity now. Emo's dealt with the mid lane as well.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
Level 27, man. Holy crap. Very high. Highest in the game. You still see that the Wraith King a little bit behind, and here we go. Tier 2's claim. Bots getting pushed in. Mid and top are in as well. No buyback on the Void. Clock's about to be up in a couple of seconds here. They're just gonna go straight into the Wraith King. JT! Oh my lord, BKB. False Promise popped as well, but it looks like the Reincarnation's gonna get used to start the fight. Emo does eat the Ice Blast, so he's gotta be careful here. Void Spirit's gonna be up in a little bit as well, so they don't. All they get is the Reincarnation. But Dai can double back on the higher ground. Roshan is not up, unfortunately. So they do get a tier 3. The creep equilibrium very much in Radiant's favor though, which is the good thing. It's going to be hard for in Dai's favor. It's going to be very difficult for Radiant to get outside the base to contest this Roche, but they do have a little bit of time left. There's even a Skadi completed on the AM. I think this is such a good item actually, guys. This is a nuts item this game. Wraith King has the Vampiric Aura. He's potentially about to get the lifesteal talent as well, which I imagine you would. And remember, the Skadi is now changed to 35% reduction in lifesteal, HP regen, and healing. And the lifesteal is really important against the Wraith King. I love this pickup. Not only is it going to tank you so you don't get bursted, you know, also what else it provides you is super nice. You know, we take a look. The attack slow and movement speed slow, it goes through BKB. But Wraith King doesn't even have one just yet. What are the BKB timings looking at? JT is down to 8. Fly is on 7. I believe we only have 2 of this in this game. No, Blood's got 1. Blood's got an 8-second as well. So tier 4 neutral items starting to get picked up. It's a 14,000 net worth lead. King Gaming, they're just going to hold their high ground here. And Dire are well aware of this. They're going to smoke up. They want to take a full-on fight going up into the Radiant lineup. And now with the Abyssal Blade straight on forward to the Clockwork. They bring him down, just assassinates one of the supports. And now with the hero advantage, they're just going to walk up. mid's about to get pushed in. They're going to try and even out the racks here. Wraith King's just going to wrap around from behind. Emo's even got the Illusionist Cape, which is super strong. So now they burn all the mana. He still has his Reincarnation to play around with, but now that's the first life dealt with, and Wraith King's going to be careful. Radiant, they have to do something now and fast, because here comes the Ice Blast, but they don't just don't have the lineup. Like, Omni Knight can't go forward, neither can the Ancient Apparition, so Erica just forcing the front line here. Stuns up. Gotta be careful here. Emo with the Abyssal Blade and with the Mana Void just shreds through him. Doesn't have a buyback, and now Omni Knight's also brought down. Blood with a quick BKB, Astral Scepter disengage, but the G's are just dropped like that. Blood just not holding buyback. Knew it was kind of the only attempt they had on him going all out for the items, and in the end, Invictus Gaming, they will be able to take this 2-0, but yo, it definitely wasn't an easy game at that. 42 minutes in, they made him work for it. I want to point out that I think this game never goes this far is if Erica doesn't go for this item build. Even though that Keen lost, I think you played that game exactly how you had to on Erica. Like 3, 2, and 10, yes, I get that, but going from tower to tower and actually being a presence and a threat so that Anti-Mage couldn't just... Because AM has a very, very minimal timing before you've got like kind of 2 items, or maybe even like 2.5 before the Wraith King hits level 20 and you can just take over. But then it's still late game. Like, what does... It can get to the stage, like, it was literally just a Wraith King. Like, Omni is just a buffer boy. Like, that's it. That's all Omni Knight does. AA's an Ice Blast. You have no initial, like, no kind of big team fight. Clockwork felt like just kept getting killed, and Void Spirit starting the fight into an Abyssal is always awkward as well. So I think Keen do a really good job, even though they lose this game. This is probably, I keep seeing Wraith Kings lose, but this is probably the more convincing loss, if that makes any sense. Like, they still look like they had a chance in a game where it looked like a pretty perfect anti-mage game. So I love the draw from IG. I mean, they enable Emo, they put him mid 13, 1, and 2. He played an incredible performance, and IG just waited for AM to go high ground. They didn't. You know, they didn't worry too much. Even though Keen were threatening 2 full sets of racks advantage, they walk up high gun with Aegis, they take a fight at that top set of racks, they ended up losing it pretty badly, and then just after that kind of lost a lot of the advantage that they did have. And you know, with that being said, Invictus Gaming, they're going to be able to take their series victory over Keen, so that will now bump up their standings. As we take a quick look, it is into Liquipedia. So we'll show you guys real quickly with the positioning before we do say goodbye to you tonight. I should probably get my Discord off stream. Here we go. Refresh it real quick. So yeah, IG with that, they're now sitting on top of PSG LGD with a 4-2 series count, 9-4 map count. And then we're going to see King Gaming drop down to 8th position. They might have actually already been 8th. They are 1-3 in their series count. So that's going to be it for us tonight, though, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you guys have all enjoyed. 2-1 victory from CDEC and a 2-0 victory for Invictus Gaming is going to be how we round out the night. And with that being said, that's going to be it for us. So I think we're done with Southeast Asia. Actually, there might still be Dota going on right now on the main channel. I'm not certain. But, yeah, with that being said, that's going to be it for us tonight here, guys. So I appreciate everyone dropping by. And we'll be back shortly and very soon for some more China Pro League, I do believe. And yeah, with that being said, I hope everyone stays safe and enjoys the rest of the night. And a very convincing victory for Invictus Gaming in the end. 2-0 over Keen.